With time, loneliness stops hurting. It just turns quiet. One day you notice the world doesn't wound you anymore. It just moves past you, like a film where you stopped being the protagonist. Conversations still please you, but they slide off. Patience shrinks, curiosity dims, and everything seems to matter a little less, yet somehow looks clearer. It's not sadness, it's another mode of being. Welcome to 277 Broadcast. Today we're diving into the biology of solitude, because loneliness isn't a metaphor. It has structure, chemistry, circuitry. In the brain, the limbic system tones down its emotional responses. The amygdala stops firing at every social cue. The prefrontal cortex quietly rewrites its priorities. John Cacioppo and Louise Hawkley from the University of Chicago showed that chronic loneliness alters genetic expression tied to stress and inflammation. It raises cortisol, lowers dopamine, and blunts what they called social reward. Loneliness isn't just a mood, it's a nervous system recalibrating to survive with less contact. But not all solitude is equal. Imposed solitude, isolation you didn't choose, corrodes memory, mood, and even cardiovascular health. Chosen solitude, however, can do the opposite. It brings calm, introspection, and a strange new kind of clarity. When solitude lingers, three things happen. First, tolerance drops. The trivial starts to irritate you. Small talk feels like static. Second, self-awareness amplifies. The inner dialogue grows sharper. The outer world loses its gravitational pull. And third, clarity emerges. Not happiness, clarity. A quieter mind that observes more than it participates. Socially, the solitary person doesn't disconnect out of arrogance, but adaptation. Their brain redraws the map of relevance, fewer stimuli, more meaning. They don't need the crowd to feel complete. Now compare that to other ways of living. The paired or family brain runs on oxytocin and social dopamine, connection, empathy, stability. The solitary brain shifts the balance towards serotonin and cortisol, more internal regulation, less external dependence. Neither is superior. They're just two adaptive systems tuned to different environments. Family produces cooperative brains, wired for harmony. Solitude produces reflective brains, wired for coherence. They value the same things, affection, purpose, meaning, but in a different order. One tries to keep the fire burning, the other just wants to understand how it burns. When solitude is accepted, it doesn't destroy, it refines. It trims the noise, removes the theater, and leaves the truth unmasked. Yes, the world grows slower, flatter, more distant, but it also becomes more legible. Maybe not everyone was built for company. Some of us were designed to stand a few steps away from it, not detached, just tuned differently. Solitude isn't absence, it's mutation. Not because you feel less, but because your brain learned to feel with less interference. So subscribe, share, and tell me, how long has it been since you needed someone to feel complete? Because if silence doesn't scare you anymore, maybe you're not alone. Maybe you're just in tune.